Alright. Thank you guys for coming. This is my speech on why hemp should be legal in the United States. Did you guys know that Thomas Jefferson drafted both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution on hemp paper? There are so many different benefits that come from the use of hemp with everyday products such as paper, fuel, body care products, and even food. Today I'm going to broaden your horizons about the hemp within the many uses and benefits it provides. I'm going to explain the differences between hemp and marijuana, which many people insinuate hemp is, and also persuade you to question the reasons behind why exactly it is that it is illegal to grow hemp in the United States. The legalization of hemp will give many benefits and will help the U.S. to become more independent on its own resources. The oldest printed paper in existence is a 100% hemp Chinese text dated all the way back to 770 AD. Hemp cellulose level is almost 3 times that of wood, so it makes superior paper and yields 4 times as much pulp per acre as trees. The hemp paper process also utilizes way less energy and fewer chemicals than tree paper processing and doesn't create the harmful dioxins, chloroform, or any of the other 2,000 chlorinated organic compounds that have been identified as byproducts of the wood paper process, and hemp paper is naturally acid-free. Hemp is a sustainable annual crop that is ready for harvest just 120 days after going to seed, compared to trees which takes tens or hundreds of years to reach maturity. Further, harvesting hemp doesn't destroy the natural habitats of thousands of distinct animals and plant species. Hemp seeds have provided a combustible fuel oil throughout human history. More importantly, though, the same cellulose level that makes hemp ideal for paper also makes it perfect for ethanol fuel production. Ethanol is the cleanest burning liquid bio-alternative to gasoline and is derived from plant cellulose. Hemp provides a sustainable, renewable, and natural alternative to toxic fossil fuels. Since gasoline engines are our primary source of carbon monoxide and greenhouse gases, alternative fuels such as ethanol could contribute significantly to the rejuvenation of our atmospheric air quality. Hemp seed oil is perfectly suitable for hair and skin care. It is nutritional value combined with its moisturizing and replenishing EFAs, which is like a major part in body lotions and such. It makes it one of the best vegetable body care foundations. Although they are very effective in skincare maintenance, the EFAs are rarely found in natural oils, so hemp is a great, excellent source for that. Hemp seeds are drug-free and extremely nutritious. They can be eaten whole, pressed into edible oil like soybeans, or ground into flour for baking. They are one of the best sources of vegetable protein. They contain a full complement of essential amino acids, and they have been shown to lower blood cholesterol and dissolve plaque in coronary arteries. Such as a hardy plant, it can grow easily and abundantly almost anywhere, and can provide nutrition where other edible crops just won't ever grow. Hemp can even be cultivated in arid regions with poor soil like the Saharan Desert in Africa, or in places with a very short growing season like Scandinavia. Many people do not know that there is even a difference between hemp and marijuana. Most just hear the word hemp and they assume that you can smoke hemp and get high from it, which is in fact the entire opposite. So I guess to find the difference between the two, you'd have to look at what makes marijuana illegal. Sorry. You can. Sorry, I lost my place. Published in Daniel Carr's The Difference Between Marijuana and Hemp, both hemp and marijuana are forms of the same plant, Cannabis sativa, which, oddly enough, broccoli and cauliflower actually come from that as well. They are essential weeds that will grow in a wide variety of conditions, climates, and soil types. To understand the biggest difference between hemp and marijuana, one would have to look at what makes marijuana a drug, the level of THC content, and what makes marijuana potent. It takes at least 3% THC in order to get high, and the higher quality marijuana when used for drug consumption will have 10 to 15% THC. Now, how much THC does hemp have? Due to the way hemp is grown and its separation from marijuana, hemp has a much lower THC content. Usually hemp's THC content is about 0.01 to 0.03. That makes it worthless for getting high. It has been estimated that some researchers from the University of Kentucky that you would need an acre of hemp to get high. In 1 acre of hemp, there's about 10 to 20 tons of plant material grown. If one attempted to smoke this much and didn't quickly give up, they would eventually die of carbon monoxide poisoning before ever getting any sort of high. With all the benefits hemp could bring everyone in all the world, why is it still illegal? The United States was the first country to introduce laws to destroy hemp plants, regardless of their intended use. Many believe that the law was resulted of political pressure exerted from the Forestry Administration and the DuPont Corporation, which everybody knows of, which had just patented oil and coal-based plastic production right when hemp was first deemed illegal. Hemp is a dangerous competitor for synthetic fibers like nylon. Published in the San Diego Earth-Times, Martin Butter in 1982 was the last German hemp cultivator agreed to stop growing hemp after he was paid a considerable amount of money from big corporate. Like so many other things in the world that are controlled by money, power, and government, hemp is unfortunately one of the saddest victims. To think of the world where we wouldn't have to rely on important fuel, chopping down millions of trees a year, and destroying our ozone layer, imagine the jobs that would be created within the farming industry to harvest this amazing plant. And millions of people that would have an abundance of food and household products. All of this could be achievable in an eco-friendly fashion, yet because multi-million-dollar companies have their hands in the government and high-power officials, basically too many people are making too much money relying on foreign neighbors and slaughtering our economy. So how do we change it all? What can we do to show the multinational mega corporations that we care about our environment, even if they don't? Remember, it's all about money. If we continue to buy the same old products from the same old companies that have gotten us into this mess, we can expect more of the same destruction. By effecting positive change, by buying products produced from sustainable sources by environmentally responsible companies, Ron Paul in 2009 actually introduced H.R. 1866, Industrial Hemp Farming Act, to Congress. Fortunately, because voters hear hemp, they are uneducated and immediately think the nation is going to get high and fall apart. This act has a hard time getting anywhere, but it's a start. Of all the sustainable sources for consumer products, hemp is uniquely suitable for providing the widest variety of life's necessities and comforts. Hemp is the most useful and beneficial plant in nature with not one negative thing to come from it. In this way, hemp is nature's gift to humanity. And this speech was my gift of education and knowledge to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions, comments? What did you guys think of the of hemp, I guess? Did you guys think it was marijuana?
I thought it was the same.
Yeah, most people did.
Very educational.
Thank you.
It was.
Let me see this. I passed out these pictures that show all the different things I didn't include, like concrete and hemp, other sorts of clothing in hemp, so that all shows down around the sides. You get some more facts on the bottom. Carrie, would you like to read the bottom 3 on the page? If anybody wants to answer those.
Both hemp and marijuana are forms of the same plant in cannabis, sativa, which is also what broccoli and cauliflower come from.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, what was the most important thing you learned about the topic?
I guess
That they're not the same, marijuana and hemp.
Thanks.
I always associated hemp with clothes.
Yeah.
With clothes, yeah.
Well, actually, like Canada is it's legal to grow it there, and so I guess big companies make too much money on plastics and stuff like that. That isn't good for the economy. That we just pay them instead of growing it ourselves.
Okay. What did the speaker do most effectively?
Informed us. The emphasis informed us.
Great eye
Informed us
contact.
of the difference.
I'm gonna talk to you on that.
And what would you suggest the speaker work on for the next speech?
You can say it, Laura. Say what you really
Body
feel.
posture.
Body posture?
Your body posture.
The volume of your voice.
Yeah. That music in the background.
Yeah, we like
We
that.
can eliminate the church music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much.